Hey guys, welcome back to Epl Predictions. Hope you guys are all doing well. Before I start this video, I want to say huge thank you for all the support. Like I always say, support really means a lot. I don't post as much, but the support keeps on going and it motivates me to keep, trying to make as much videos as I can. So let's get into this video. So you can see in this title, this video is a football video, which, I always mix my videos, but the Premier League I just started and I want to do a football video, but also there'll be more, inspiring videos and gaming videos coming, really soon. So if you haven't subscribed, please do go subscribe. So let's get into this video. So you see in the title that I've done a video where I'm predicting where, each team will finish in the Premier League and, who will win the Champions League through all my predictions. The Premier League started a week ago, which, I wasn't able to do a video then, but, I just really wanted to do a video on where I think every team will finish the season. And this video is there might be some positions that you guys might be shocked, but I just thought this is where each team will finish the season. And if you got your views, please do let me know in the comments below. So let's get into this video. So let's start off with the Premier League. I think in 20th place, Southampton will finish 20th place. I don't see much like progression from that team. I don't even know who the manager is, but I don't think, I think they came back up, which was a surprise because last time they got relegated was, not great for them. But coming back up, I don't really see much of a difference, especially in the game week as well. So I think Southampton will have, I think it won't be like a season where they'll finish the worst, but I think from the points they'll be last, but it won't be like the worst, 20th position. But I think it'll just be a season where this team's kind of better than them. And in 19th, I think Ipswich Town will finish, which, from be totally honest, from what I heard from the manager, I heard good things, but and surprisingly, Chelsea were looking to hire their manager, which we didn't, but we signed Leicester manager, so it wasn't really a step up from there. But Ipswich, I don't see much from them. But last season, when everyone was hyping over Winston Company, Burnley came to the Premier League and went back down to the Championship straight away. And I think it might be another of that season where the manager's young and it might take some time before he develops the team, unless he gets a few good signings in which, as of right now, it's deadline day, and from what I heard, they're trying to sign Broja from Chelsea, which, if they do sign him and on loan and obligation to buy, and it does well, they could actually avoid relegation. But from right now, I think they'll be relegated. In 18th, I do feel like Nottingham Forest might go down. Like, they got a good manager like in Nuno, but honestly, from the team, I'm not seeing much. I'm not seeing much in the transfer window, which I genuinely think that they might just go down. But who knows, they might survive. But as of right now, I think Nottingham Forest will go down. And in 17th, I think Everton will survive by just like, I think it will either be Nottingham or Everton to go down, but I think Everton might just survive because they're a Premier League team and they've been playing for many years, which I think the experience will help them. But again, from the transfer window from Everton, hasn't been great, and the new stadium's opening up I think next season, which if they do go down, it'd be like a disastrous thing, because a new beautiful stadium with relegation, won't really match. But I think they will survive just by like on the last few days of the league, they will survive. In 16th, I think Brentford Town will finish. Like, a lot of people are saying they might get relegated, but I just think they're that boring team that they play some exciting football, but most of the time they're just there. And with the manager, I think he's a good manager, but I don't see that they will finish above that. But I don't think they go down as well. And in 15th, I think by a couple of points as well, Wolves. Like, Wolverhampton, I think Wolverhampton's manager is not highly rated, but I think he's a manager that could get his team to work very hard. Which last season, like the first season he was at Bournemouth, and they decided not to keep him after a good season. And last season, with all the challenges that he faced as Wolverhampton manager, he did pretty well. And in 14th, I'll put Bournemouth, because from Bournemouth, what we saw last season was the manager's a pretty good manager. Like, we've seen slow starts, but then we saw them finish pretty strong last season. With this season, I think they finished 14th as well, get a comfortable finish. And in 13th, I think it'll be Fulham. Like, I know Willian left, which Willian, obviously one of the most underrated wingers of the Premier League season. Like, at Chelsea, where Hazard was the magician, Willian was the player to he was good on the right wing as well to support Costa and Hazard. And he's left now, but I still think Fulham have got a good manager. He's been there for a few years now, and I think 13 won't be too bad for them. Like I think 13 will be probably comfortably. They might go 15th, but I think they won't get it. I'm pretty sure Fulham will still be in the Premier League next season. If 12th, I wasn't sure about this, but I just started feeling Leicester might just finish 12th. I don't think Leicester are anywhere near to go China for Euro, but I do think that Leicester with the heritage they have, they'll get 12th, and I think the manager's pretty decent, but Leicester have not spent much. And a few years ago, people were saying Leicester are the best run club in the world when they beat Chelsea in the FA Cup final, which was not like it wasn't a goal, it was a handball, and then Tielemans scored. But their side, I don't think is too exciting. But I just think Leicester was just there's teams that I think are worse than Leicester, so I think Leicester finished 12th. And 11th, I think Crystal Palace. I think Crystal Palace, have lost, Elise to Bayern Munich, but again, I think this squad is pretty decent, and I think there's teams that they are better, and I think 11th position should be pretty fair. And in number 10, I think it'll be Brighton. Like Brighton, with their new manager, who I think is the youngest manager in Premier League history, or is the youngest manager right now. A lot of people are surprised and saying Brighton are getting relegated, and honestly, as a Chelsea fan, I hope they get relegated, because like in the last, since these new owners that came at Chelsea, like I don't know what the obsession with Brighton is, but it's gone down in the last few months. But still, man, every Brighton player manager Chelsea won him, and I just had enough of it in Brighton. But I think with their squad, they got a pretty packed squad, and I think even with losing Billy Gilmore to Napoli apparently, which I think could be a good move for Billy Gilmore, I think Brighton will get 10th and be comfortable too. In 9th, I think it'll be West Ham. I don't West Ham squad I think is a pretty good squad, but I think David Moyes was probably a better manager to have, like the manager they have now. I think, I don't know how to say the guy's name, but he's more of a manager that's managed more top sides. Like he was a manager at Real Madrid for a bit. He was a manager, I think, was it Sevilla for a bit. I don't think they've seen too much of him managing teams, that are trying to got minimum budget but trying to push up. But I think West Ham, since Rice has left last season, the season before last season, they spent good money and they invested the money into good players, which I think 9th should be comfortable for them. And in number 8, this might be controversial, and first I thought, there's no way, but when I started considering stuff, I think it'd be Aston Villa. Like, due to the fact that, last season they had Conference League, but this season they're playing Champions League, and I think Champions League is way more demanding, even though Conference League had way more games. But I think, it's going to get to them like a certain point in the season where they might slip up, because I do think this season Man United and Chelsea will be looking better. 7th, I think it'll be Newcastle. I think, they got Tonali back from the suspension, and Tonali again is a world-class player in the making, and they got a pretty decent team, and I think if they don't have many injuries this season, they should probably get 7th comfortably. And in 6th, I would say it should be Spurs. And yes, I'm a Chelsea fan, so I don't want Spurs to do well at all, but I don't think this season Spurs have invested, but I don't think they are any better than teams like they haven't invested any better than Chelsea or Arsenal or even Liverpool. So I think Spurs will finish 6th. And in 5th, which from now it all depends on I think it all depends on how Chelsea are. Because in 5th I put Man United, and I do think they'll be better than last season, because they got delay and they got very good signings in. Like I think with the new adding to the ownership, which you could see the difference from last season and season before. So I think 5th depend, because Eric Ten Hag, end of the day, I don't know what problem Eric has, but he's a manager with a lot of he's a lot of attitude, and at certain times it helps, but at certain times it just creates tension between the sides. And last season, where I thought they were playing good, the manager of Man United was behind the downfall, in my opinion, which 5th should be good, but if Man United get things together, I think they could be challenging for the league. And in 4th, I've gone for Liverpool. Like I've seen Liverpool play, I've not seen anywhere near as good as Klopp. But again, you got to give the manager time to accept that what Klopp created took so many years. So it won't be one day Liverpool are going to be competing for the league. But I think they got a pretty good side, signed again decent players, and I think top four I think should be comfortable for Liverpool. But in third, I've gone for Chelsea, and people might be shocked on I've gone for Chelsea, but again, I'm biased, and I've got to go for Chelsea. But this is not my complete prediction on Chelsea, because I'm going for Chelsea if the manager proves his point, and if the manager right now has been so ruthless. If his decisions pay off, like in 2013, Mourinho obviously is next level coach compared to this manager's got nowhere near. But again, that's the thing. He's at a top club now, and he's got the chance to try even getting close to replicating what Mourinho did. But Mourinho, said to Juan Mata that I'm not playing you, and at that time I was upset because Juan Mata was one of the best players. He was Chelsea Player of the Year 2 years in a row, and he was gone by January, so you never know. If this pays off, I think Chelsea could get there and be back in the Champions League. In second, I'll put Arsenal, and I think Arsenal's playing good, but I don't think they got the final strike, like a main striker to finish and get them the goals that they need and to get them to win the league. I think Arsenal, the structure that Arteta has been brilliant, but again, I don't think they got the finishing puzzle to obviously win the league. And in first, I'll have to go for Man City, because again, they got Gundogan back, who's a top player. They're always signing good players, and the structure that Man City have built is hard to defeat unless Chelsea show up and do good. I don't think anyone's gonna top them. If you enjoy this video, I want to make weekly videos on football. Please let me know in the comments below. I know it's a bit of a long video, but I just wanted to make this, and I wanted to do this earlier, but I just didn't get the opportunity. So if you enjoy this video, please let me know in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you.